G'day and welcome to All Rock Adventures. I'm Jono and we're starting up a brand new business up here in Far North Queensland, renting out motorbikes, camper trailers, kayaking gear, all the stuff you need to get out bush and have some fun. Here we are at the base of the CREB range, which marks the start to today's journey. Today we're going to showcase one of our tours that will be coming up after the wet season, which will be starting next year, early 2025. Today's tour is going to consist of starting at CREB range, head up the range, then we're going to turn right onto Black Mountain Road. We're going to follow that for about 46 kilometres. That's all pretty much dirt road most of the way. It's a pretty easy trail, used by a lot of logging trucks for the first half of it, so it's pretty well maintained, easy for beginners. Second half of the track is a little bit slightly more challenging, maybe a bit more challenging for beginners. Anyone else should have no dramas riding that track. As you can see here, it's pretty easy. Not a lot to see on the Black Mountain Road, but it's a good warm-up for the day. Gets us ready for the CREB. So after we finish Black Mountain Road, we're going to jump back on the highway and head down Rex's Range. Once we've done Rex's Range, we're going to head into Mossman, probably fuel up in Mossman, get some supplies if we need them, and then follow on to the Daintree where we're going to start the CREB Track. Here we are at the beginning of the CREB Track. It's pretty wet the day that I went on it. It's been raining for 2 days, which made it quite difficult, but we got through. Spoiler alert. As you can see, the mud is just everywhere. It's boggy. I don't think there've been any vehicles through this day, so may have been the first. As we come up to this river, it was probably up another 200-300 mil above where I saw it last. So I pretty much just pulled up at the start of the river and contemplated whether I'm going to go through or not. Decided to stuff it. Let's just send it, see what happens. And it worked out okay. Probably wouldn't recommend doing this by yourself, especially if you're a beginner or not confident in crossing water. If you've got someone with you, it's fine. You might drop your bike, but you have someone there to give you a hand. This river crossing pretty much marks the start of the CREB Track. Once you get across the river, you're going through some private farming land, so respect the property. Obviously there'll be a fair bit of cattle floating around. Leave them alone. If you start interfering with the cattle, farmers are probably going to get pissed off and make complaints. If they start complaining to the council will close the road, and nobody wants that. But it's definitely some beautiful country, as you can see here, after a bit of rain. So you're just nice and steady past the cows, they'll get out of your way for you. Beautiful country though, look at that. A lot to see in Far North Queensland. Quite often this track is closed. Well, it is closed for the full wet season, but they'll close it if they've had a bit of rain around. I'm actually surprised on this day that it was still open. Here we go. I'm on the CREB Track. It's raining. It's only just the beginning, and we're going uphill. This is the first of any of the steep hill climbs. Doesn't look that steep on video, as the GoPro never does it justice. Quite a few river crossings. The first one's probably the most difficult. After that, they're pretty easy. This crossing here was quite nice, quite easy. It was only maybe 300 mil deep at the most. GoPro there doing a great job. I think it's the DJI Mini Pro. Actually surprised how well it went through those trees just then. Didn't crash. I think this is the hill that they call Big Red. This was very slick. Not too bad at the start, but if you watch me get a bit further, I end up all over the place. There it is.
Oh, that was slippery. There's no way a car is getting up that. Well, there's the bike, covered in mud. Absolutely loving it. It loves this stuff. Oh. Over the place.
That pretty much marks the last of the hard stuff. Once you get onto this nice flowy section here, it's pretty much it all over. You can just ride this out to Woodel. As you can see here, this is one of the rivers, and you can see how much damage that's been done from the cyclone last year when it came through. Pretty amazing how much power those rivers have when they're in full flood. I pretty much had to stop here. As you can see in a sec, there's a tree that caught my attention. I just thought I liked it, the way it's sitting there in the middle of the river by itself, survived the floods. Pretty impressive. There should actually be a lot more video to this now that we're at Woodel. Should have recorded going all the way back down through the Cape CREB, across the ferry, through Mossman and down the Ocean Road. But I pretty much ran out of battery on everything, so GoPro died, drone died. It was a long day. It wasn't supposed to be as wet as what it was, but we got through and it's good fun, and hopefully we'll see you next year on a tour.